problem we have in the modern church is we don't see each other from Sunday to Sunday. And we only then see each other for a few minutes before or after services, or maybe during some special event that we share. And so community for us is a very artificial thing.
Entire neighborhoods are built with the garages in the back. So you go into your garage, you come out of your garage, and you never even meet anyone around you. And it's so easy to carry that kind of atmosphere or mindset into the church of just going in, sitting down, hearing a sermon, having communion, and then leaving.
In our culture, when people move around so much, where do you go to find community? It's not in the neighborhood that much anymore. It's not, if you can afford a country club, maybe you can find it there, but the obvious place is you go to a place where people have similar values and you find friendships that last.
That's why people go to the same restaurants, and Starbucks figured this out really early on when they said they're not selling a coffee product, they're selling a communal experience, that they want people to find a connection that's so significant that it changes the value of their lives. Well, that's what they connected to early on, is that people want to belong to something. So they're selling a communal experience, not a coffee product.
It's interesting, I think, because especially in America, we are so individual about our faith. We think about like asking Jesus into my heart, and the main relationship is between me and God, or me and Christ. But if you look in the Bible, there's nothing of that. It's all about understanding the people around you as your brothers and sisters, and you're part of the body of Christ or the family of God. There's no way that you can really live into your faith if you're doing it by yourself.
Where there's this, I'm alone in a crowd. Kind of like we're walking through the airport. We've got somewhere where we think we're going, but we don't know all those around us. And so we kind of keep this bit of a distance. But ultimately, we do have that desire to be known.
We shop for churches, and we will drive miles and miles to go to a church where we can get what we want because it meets our needs, rather than choosing to worship with a group of people, as C.S. Lewis said, are the cross-section of humanity whom I would otherwise have avoided.
We're not perfect. We have issues, we have problems, we have situations in families, we have complex issues. But one thing we know is that God is our help. And through His grace, He can help and support us through anything.
That at the end of the day, our sin bent is that we want to believe that we can do everything on our own. We want to believe that we are enough for ourselves, that we can be autonomous, that we can be self-sufficient. And so it really is that. If you come into a large church and you want to find community, it's there. It just means you're going to have to open yourself up to something you may or may not be able to control.
We have to love one another just as Christ has loved us. And community is just bringing people, like-minded people together. You might not agree on everything. You might not agree. Your politics might not be the same, but what should be the same is the mission of Jesus Christ.